Don't Look Down by Tony Bradman. Illustrated by Jonatronics. The story so far. In the book A Wild Ride, Max, Cat, Ant, and Tiger make a micro raft. They go on a wild water ride in the park. Then, look out! Max, Cat, and Tiger jump off the raft just in time. The raft breaks, but Ant holds on to some of the pencils. He floats across the water. He lands on the small island in the middle of the pond. Now, Max, Cat, and Tiger have to rescue him. Max, Cat, and Tiger look at the island. Ant isn't waving to them now. He isn't there. Just then, a huge fish pokes its head out of the pond. It glares at the children. It opens its big mouth. Then it drops into the water and disappears. "Oh no!" cries Cat. "Maybe that horrible fish has caught Ant." She checks her watch. A tiny green dot moves. That means that Ant is okay. For now. "Come on, Max," says Tiger. "We need a plan, and we need a plan fast." Just then, they hear a noise above them. A shadow goes over them. It's a duck. This gives Max an idea. "I know," says Max. "We can use the microcopter to rescue Ant. We can rescue him by air." "How can you get the microcopter?" says Cat. "It isn't raining now, and there are lots of people about. You can't grow. It will take you a long time to get back to the den." Let's think of something," says Max. Max runs into the grass next to the path. Nobody can see him there, but the ground is wet. His feet stick in the mud. Huge drops of water fall on him. A dog runs past. A dog, thinks Max. Max jumps out of the wet grass. He jumps on to the dog. "Thanks," Max whispers when they get to the microden. "Thanks." Wet grass. He jumps on to the dog. "Thanks," Max whispers when they get to the microden. Max runs into the den. He climbs to the bird box where he keeps the microcopter. He presses the start button and goes up into the air. It isn't raining now, but it is windy. It's hard to steer the microcopter. He almost crashes into a bush. "Whoops," says Max. An angry bee flies at him. Max changes direction and flies over the pond. Cat and Tiger wave from the ground. "Be careful, Max!" Cat yells. Max is too busy to wave back. The pond is as wide as the ocean. The island is far away. Max flies closer to the ground. Insects fly across the water. Then Max sees a huge shadow in the water. He is scared. The big fish is there. The fish is watching him and waiting. Max lands on the ground. "Ant, where are you?" he says. Ant doesn't answer. Max sees footprints in the mud, and he follows them. He feels as if he is in a jungle. Birds sing, and the grass rustles. Ant, of course, is fine. In fact, he is having a great time. "Oh, hi, Max," he says when Max finds him. "Look at this frog spawn. It's amazing." "I'm here to rescue you, Ant," says Max. "I don't want you to rescue me," says Ant. "I'm having fun." Ant loves the island. There are lots of insects on it. He has lots of interesting things in his pockets. "Come on," says Max. "You can't stay here. I've got the microcopter to fly you back." Ant doesn't like this idea, but he goes with Max. Max pushes the start button. Whirr, whirr, whirr. The microcopter doesn't lift them off the ground. "It's no good," says Max. "We're too heavy. Take all that stuff out of your pockets." "What?" says Ant. "It's not stuff. These are scientific samples." Max looks at Ant. "Oh, all right," says Ant. Max presses the start button. This time they go up into the air. It's raining again. Large drops of water splash onto the microcopter. Max finds it hard to steer. Max and Ant get wet, and they get heavier. The microcopter flies lower and lower. It skims the water. The big fish moves. "Don't look down, Ant," says Max. "Okay," says Ant. Just then there is a loud plop, then another, and another. "Look," cries Max. "It's Cat and Tiger. They're rescuing us." Cat and Tiger throw pebbles into the pond. They scare the fish away, just in time. The microcopter lands on the ground. Max and Ant get out. They are safe. "Let's do something boring tomorrow," says Max.